Definitely a strong opening hand here. Keep this. Selesnya, probably enchantments. So against enchantments, I don't think we're doing anything differently here. I think we still drop the Delver. We'll see if they have a exiling circle on 2 or not. Plains. Kami, okay. Reveal. That's pretty nice. We might even pick off the Kami now, or at least on their turn or something. We can't really let that stick around too long. So if we're going to play with fire the Kami, we can also consider this turn. Or Ancestral Anger. I'm okay with an Anger. We don't have any protection anyway. I guess we could try to consider into a... Let's all both play with fires. And we'll end here. We could try to consider into protection if they try to go for removal here. Go for the Naturalist. I think it's just double play with fire this turn. Let's take you out. Resolve. Yep. And we want to take you out too. Alright, well, that's how it's got to be. Unfortunately, they do get the Kami back, but we slowed them down a little bit. And now we just need to race. Okay, so they're the slower version with Restoration of Ganjo and Wedding Announcement. So they're looking to go long game. Portal, just a portal. We could drop it off with Shredder this turn, hold no protection. I think that's okay. I don't really want to play any more Pain lands. Let's go Shredder plus Ancestral Anger here. And just start pumping through damage. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I'd like to drop off the land at this point. I don't think I want that anymore. More land, okay. Get in there for 3. Opponent drops to 13. Put a counter on this Spirit token. Let's see if they have removal or not ready for us. 4th land, a Ganjo. Alright, looking slow to me. Can they get back any permanents? They can get back the Naturalist. That's pretty good for them. Especially because it has lifelink. But that's not until next turn. Alright. Play out the Shredder and consider this turn? I think so. Let's start with that. They have 1 mana open. They shouldn't have anything instant here. So let's do this now. Get the Connive going. Yep, trigger. Nope. That's pretty good. And man, this is a little too late for us, honestly. We have what we need in hand. I think we want more instants and spells. Let's dump you. That's actually not terrible. Alright. Probably save Shore Up for removal. They haven't shown it to us yet, but I think that's better than the alternative option. Alright, they do get back the Lifelinker this turn. We don't have an immediate answer to it. Yep, makes everything cheaper. So we're looking to press out lethal really soon here. This thing does not have lifelink, but I don't know what it does. Pumps out a bunch of spirit tokens. Kami returns. Alright. Ooh, wow. Alright, we need an answer to that ASAP. I don't know if we'll get one. That's going to be a huge issue for us. How do we deal with that? Would we just make everything as big as possible? I think that's okay. 5/5. 6/6 lifelinker. That's so bad for us. Anger. Can we pump you to the moon somehow? We have to try. We have to get one of you guys big enough to get through the 6/6. That's not it. Take our triggers. That could at least trade with it, and then they just play it back next turn, make something else. Flying lifelink. We drop off the Delver then. That's good. Wow. Holy smokes. We don't have enough mana for it, though. Oh, man. Oh, that's tough. I don't think we trade. Next turn they probably play another enchantment. It gets even bigger. We could trade the Shredder right now. Have them replay it. That's so brutal. What if we, like, pick off the Naturalist or something? Make it a little bit smaller? Maybe we just try to race it back next turn. I'm going no attacks. Ugh. So we can pick off one of their spirits, which makes it smaller. Whenever a creature or enchantment enters the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. Okay. Yeah, they transform you. It's fine. Doesn't have haste. You draw a card. Okay. We could pick off the Naturalist now, but I think I want to wait. If they double spell, we trigger the Shredder again. We drop off the Sukanzen. They cycle instead. Wow, big for us. Okay. All right, I think we got there then. Let's see if they attack or not. If they don't attack, we just double Lightning Strike, and I think we get there. What does that do? Put a +1 counter on target creature you control. Okay. Probably goes on Catilda. Well, that makes things a little more awkward now. So we need more removal off the top here. Oh, they're attacking. Actually, we don't, because it's an enchantment. So we'll pick off this enchantment. It should be fine. Interesting. Drops back to a 6/6. All right, we got there. It's going to be okay, boys. Whew, close one. Lands, don't need it. Shore Up. Wish I had played something earlier. That's Xaxes, I think. Wow, we got pretty lucky there. I mean, they had a good top deck with Catilda, but that was close. All right, we can keep this. I think we actually start with Chivon Reef here, because we don't know if we want to consider or play with fire this turn. All right. Scrying's not terrible. Very similar. Let's just take the Scry here. Not you. Another play with fire. Okay. We could consider into a Delver. That's not it. Spell Pierce. Okay. Not bad. That's a pretty good draw. Gives us some different options this turn. Harvester. Yep. Now, do we even play with fire? That is a good question. I'm not sure that we do. I think we need to hit a creature here and then hold Spell Pierce. That's not a creature. Come on. Not a creature. Tough. All right. I think they want to attack and drop Obnixilis after combat. So let's go ahead and do this now. We're not getting any scry off, so I think this is fine. All right, what's the post-combat play? Kiki Chiki gets countered. Obnixilis gets countered. Liliana gets countered. But we are out of gas. That is a creature, and we can kick it. We don't have enough mana to do everything, but that's how it's got to be. Refresh a little bit. Shredders, interesting. Back up Liliana. Sack a creature here.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch mine.
All right, well, we'd like to play out our entire hand this turn. The only way to do that is if we Shredder, and then drop off the Delver to get a land and play the land. So let's try it. Doesn't matter what we drop off here, because the other one's going to go anyway. Once they plus Liliana. But at least we have a 2/4 flyer. Yep, start with the plus. There goes our last card. They drop off a Meathook Massacre. I think they don't think they can catch us that way. Babel. Okay. A little bit of slowness by the opponent. Infantry, not super impressive here. Do we hold it to connive next turn? Man, I think not. Just because if they drop Liliana and plus feels really bad. So I think we just play this guy out into nothing, sadly. Okay, they drop off an Underdog. Draw one fresh card. Play out their 4th land drop. No blocks here. Down to 13. Harvester. Okay, doesn't block the flyers. Opponent is having a little bit of a clunky game. Oh, that's the perfect draw, too. That makes you almost big enough to get through the Harvester. If we hit one more spell, we get through the Harvester. Is that worth it? I think it's worth it. Let's try to hit a spell here. and hope it's not a red spell. Potentially a waste, but if it pays off, we can get through a good chunk of damage this turn. We get there. Wow, we get there. Let's go. Let's see if they have removal left over. Okay, portal goes, and land goes. No conniving for us. Sure, we'll take more spells. I think we hold that. Get in there with everyone. We are down to 12 life, but we got to race to the finish line at this point. When it drops to 8, I think we hold Shore Up here. Let's see if they... Well, they have the copy trick now. So we can at least target something with Shore Up to protect it. And then they can pick off one other creature. So it's going to be close. Children would also be devastating against Connive, as we have seen before. Okay, pass to attackers. Just you get in, make more mana. Fantastic. We could Shore Up and block one of these, but I think we want to save it for the first Blood Harvester sack effect. Oh, this actually has Summoning Sickness still, so we actually have one more turn. We'll see if they try to sack the Harvester. They might try to save it for next turn. Nope, they go for it now. We grant Hexproof, or at least attempts to. Still has 5 mana open. Let's see what else they have this turn. Successfully lands. What you got for 5 mana, though? Oh! Well, that'll about do it. That'll do it. Nice. That's a pretty good looking hand. Start with the Delver. Okay. Here we come on the play. Tap land. All right. Reveal. Let's go. Do you want to save protection? I don't think we have to here. I think we can just drop the Shredder this turn. See if we can catch him unprepared. Could be a huge next turn. Green. Do they have removal right now? They passed our turn. We have Shore Up available. Circle of Confinement. Okay. They do have removal. It's going to be enchantments. So be it. Or land. Have to play out the Thrawn Portal now if we're going to play it at all. We don't have any ability to cycle, so I think we do. And we can play it on... I guess red is fine. Get in there for 3. Hold Shore Up and Lightning Strike. If we do Lightning Strike, just have to be careful with the auto tapper so we can still hold up Shore Up. I don't think the auto tapper will want to tap Thrawn Portal. Kami, that's okay. Visitor, that's also okay. Drop to 13. Alright, I think it's just Lightning Strike face this turn. I don't think we need to play Shore Up to get the extra damage. It's only till end of turn anyway, yeah. So, let's do it like this. When it drops to 10, Ancestral Anger, that's a good draw. Let's start there. Another Lightning Strike that's also pretty good. Almost lethal, but not quite. I think we'll still hold Shore Up here. Okay. End turn. We go back-to-back Lightning Strikes with no lifelink on their part, then we do just straight up win here. Lifelink now, it's not enough, though. And there are no lifelink runes, so I think we got there. Michiko, again, increases damage, but not, no lifelink in there. So let it all go. They need lethal right now. 9 damage is not lethal. All right, hit me for 10. Show me the double strike. All right, there we go. Nice aggressive start. Whew, all the lightning strikes, baby. Feels good. Nice. All right, I think we will keep this and just go Delver into Shredder and hope we can get there. Shivan Reeve, the mirror. All right, let's try Delver here. Goes down to Voltage Surge. Okay. Thinking more Grixis then than IZZET spells. Yep, Grixis it is. Spell Pierce. Do you want to heard that for turn 3 Planeswalker? Too risky. They could just drop a creature. Could counter the Shredder here, but I think it's better this way. No stick, no counter spells, no removal there. They're going to drop a nice 3-drop this turn. It's a Fable. Okay. Would have been nice to Spell Pierce. Red land is good. Probably go Shredder plus play with fire on the token. We could ignore the token, but I don't want to give him mana. Alright, Shredder first. Take you out. Take our triggers. I think we drop off the lands here. I don't think we need one more Shredder. Though it is interesting. They could have an issue with this many flying threats. Maybe drop off Lightning Strike. Do we need 3 damage against anything? Next turn, we're going to go Shredder and hold one of these. Maybe it is Lightning Strike. I think they might have a tough time with this many flyers. I'm going to drop 17. Draw, discard. We can escape things like Meathook Massacre. They keep everything. Play a 4th land. Alright, this is a critical turn. They play Sheoldred. Does not block the flyers. We hit more land, which isn't terrible. That's okay. Now, this will destroy us with Connive, though, which is kind of interesting. So are we play with firing? I think we are. We go Shredder, play with fire face. Draw a bunch, lose a ton of life, but try to raise them anyway. Yeah, I know. We're about to draw a ton into the Sheoldred. This also draws cards, right? But we need damage. I think we just have to win. Can we erase a Sheoldred? Maybe we try to hit blue mana. Oh, the draw is so bad. I think we need damage right now. Let's drop off the wing. This is going to be an extremely tight race. Anger also draws a card. I think we can drop off the Spell Pierce here. Alright, then I think we're dropping off the island. Woo! Down to 12. Don't need more land. We've already double spelled. We're only getting in 4 points of damage this turn. I think we save the anger for next turn. When it drops to 12, okay. End here. Try to double spell next turn, not die, just straight off the Sheoldred. We have to win this coming turn, basically. Okay. Yeah, Connive is so rough into Sheoldred. So we take 4, go down to 8, and we're going to draw 4 cards this turn, which would kill us. So we can't double spell this turn, which means we can only do 6 damage. So we have to block. If we block and we double spell, then we could do 8. We could get there. I think we have to take this block, because otherwise we just die off the Connive. Drop to 8, draw phase, draw more of Connive. So I think you have to block here, which is awful. And then hope to top deck. Basically, Lightning Strike might get there. And Meathook for 0. Interesting. Alright, are we just dead here? We have to draw at least once. I think we're just dead. I don't think we can get there. Okay. Play with fire. Does that do it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It doesn't. I mean, they do the same amount of damage, right? We don't have red to play it anyway, so I guess we drop this off. And we drop land. I don't know if we could have gotten there anyway. 9 damage. And then we just lose on our upkeep. So, that's game. Yeah, Sheoldred the hard counter to Connive. Saw it here first, folks. Alright, little funky. We can give it a go. Lay you out on blue. Hold Spell Pierce on turn 1. Most likely will not have a target. Unless we hit like a red Kumano. What's up with all the enchantments running around? Okay, I think we drop the Shredder unprotected here. What are they going to do on turn 2? They'll play a Kami or something? They get us with the Exile Circle. That's fine. Not ideal, but I'd like to get this going. Thalia, okay. Interesting. But we don't have a land to play here. We could try to consider into a land. Play it, do nothing. It's not amazing. We do need to hit land, though. So that might be how it is anyway. Nah, let's just do it on their turn. Nah, let's do it now. We gotta hit land. We're not gonna have a Spell Pierce target. Nope, need land. Didn't hit land, but I think they're gonna Magpie us this turn. They're gonna Snakeskin Veil us? Tamio safekeeping? I don't really know. Let's go ahead and attack here. Opponent says, good game. Playing Blossoming Sands in their white aggro deck. Take 2, down to 16. Alright, Portal's a nice draw here. What do we need more of? We'd like to double spell if possible. Probably not going to be able to. Looks like we're going to play with Fire Thalia. Hold Spell Pierce on blue. I think you can go on red. We can't double spell anyway, so we'll attack here. And we'll play with Fire the Thalia on their turn. End. What is that? Flash? Okay. That's fine. I guess. So the options here are to play with Fire now to save damage, or play with Fire after combat at the end of their turn so they can't... land. They can't use Tameo safekeeping. I think we take it all here. It's a little risky, but let's try it. Wedding announcement. Alright, so what we want to do is play with Fire and hold Spell Pierce open. Spell Pierce Wedding announcement. Okay. Lucky we got a target there. I wasn't sure if we'd have one. It's a pretty weird deck the opponent's playing. We are down to 10 life. Infantry's okay because it actually blocks pretty well. I think we'll drop off one of these lightning strikes. Alright. I think we drop a Delver and maybe an infantry. Down to 9, I know. Down to 8. It's getting sus. Another Delver's okay. At some point the Battlewing Mystic could be nice. We're taking so much damage off the portals this game, but we still might get there. I think we need lightning strikes around. And we might need the Mystic. We might not need the Delver. We have plenty of creatures right now. Do we attack? Yeah, I think it's fine. We have the infantry at least. When it drops to 17. 17 to 8. Alright. Well, can we progress from here? What is this deck doing? Thalia plus Wedding Announcement plus Flash Reinforcements. Emperor, okay. Good lightning strike target. Unfortunately, that means they kill the Shredder here. Play a land. Reveal, okay. Pretty good. Probably start there. Infantry should be big enough to take out the Emperor on its own then. That'll make it a 3-3. Attack down the Emperor. A lot of pain lands. Okay. Maybe we'll leave the infantry back this turn. A lot of pain lands. We're not very close to lethal. Maybe it's just like that. Hold back the infantry. Yeah, we're in an awkward position because we're at such a low life total. Alright, that's fine. They make some creatures on the ground. Doesn't muck up the air, though. Tracker also doesn't muck up the air. Sure. That's a lot of damage, though. I think we Lightning Strike now. Take 1 more point of damage, clear out the Tracker. I think that's fine. Infantry getting bigger. The Mystic. I don't want to pay life for that. I think we drop one just as a blocker without kicking it. And get in with the Aberration still. It's not very good as a blocker. We could start getting in with the infantry instead. Suppose that's fine. See if they want to block with anything. They take it all. I think we hold Lightning Strike. Drop a Mystic just to have another... Yeah, I guess that's fine. Oof. I don't think we kick it. Very awkward. Down to 6. Okay, end here. Hold Lightning Strike. Could see another Emperor this turn. A lot of land by the opponent. Brutal Cathar. That's a fun one. Who are they taking here? They want to take the Aberration. Okay. Oh, it's going to come back as a 1-1. That's so bad. Play this out. Take 2 more damage. Actually, only take 1. Trade off someone. I guess so. So rough. We can trade off the Mystic for sure. Taking 3 doesn't sound great. I think we actually trade here. Take 2. Try to refresh with the Mystic. Down to 3 life. Shredder's okay. We cannot drop it for free, though. Oh, man. These pain lands are destroying us this game. Down to 2. Opponent takes their draw. Have to go no attacks this turn. Very awkward position. Next turn, we can pay 1 life to Battlewing Mystic. It's rough. Too many pain lands is, in fact, painful. Adeline. Another Shredder is a blocker. Without having to... We still have to pay life for it, though. I think we'd rather use the Mystic. Mystic is just 1 life, yeah. They probably just get in here. No, they don't. Alright, well. You're colorless. And you have to be blue. You have to be blue. Down to 1. Yep. Don't think we have a choice. But we can't cast anything without dying. So, yeah, that's game. Woof. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. IZZET aggro is fun and gutsy and a little hard to execute. Again, so much good removal in the meta right now, but you can still give it a go. Some things to note. The infantry and the mystic are okay, but not amazing. They are no Sprite Dragon, which we had many sets ago. A 2-mana 1/1 flying haste. Flying crucial. Haste also crucial. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Sprite Dragon. The infantry is a worse version of that. Doesn't have haste. Doesn't have flying, and it's only instant or sorceries. That last part doesn't matter as much, but it's just a little bit slower and can't get through as well as the dragon. The Mystic is okay as a refresh tool. Allows you to keep your creature density high instead of having to run something like Reckless Impulse, which I actually do like a lot. But it's not amazing on its own, other than the fact that it has flying, which helps you chip in more damage. I do think you want a ton of cheap spells, like Consider, Shore Up, and Spell Pierce, especially cantrippy things like Consider and Ancestral Anger, which allow you to trigger your draws off the Shredder and trigger the infantry, but keep your hand refreshed. I don't think you really want to play Fading Hope because you don't want to bounce your own creatures as protection, because that completely throws off your tempo and you have to close out the game quickly. And so even if you dodge their removal spell, if you have to redeploy your non-hasty creatures next turn, that's a big loss and you're probably going to lose those games. So instead, run Spell Pierce and Shore Up, I think, which allow you to deploy a similar effect, but without losing tempo. Same argument with March of Swirling Mist. The only change, oh yeah, the mana base. Again, you can't miss a beat with this deck. You have to be incredibly aggressive. So I do think you have to run 4 Thrawn Portals and 4 Shivan Reefs. And one of the games, this did destroy me, but I still think it's the right call, because if you miss your land for 1 turn, you just lose the game. You have to be incredibly aggressive and on curve to make it happen with this deck. I think if I was going to make 1 change, I'd probably drop 2 Mystics and maybe 1 Infantry and throw in a Ruth, Tormented, what's this, Prophet. I've seen her play before, and she was pretty good, and since these cards aren't amazing anyway, I would not cut Sprite Dragon for this card, for example. But the 2 drops are not amazing anyway. I think I'd put 3 Ruths in here. If it does stick around, it gives you some serious pop-off potential in the form of essentially drawing 2 cards per turn, and everything is very cheap, so you should be able to deploy multiple threats per turn. So that is the change I would make. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave some comment. I enjoy reading all the comments. I'm Dr. Ruckus, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.